broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I do it for the ladies.
There you go, some Usher bringing us in.
Where we at, Polo? Hey! Say body rolls. I see you.
There you go.
Keep moving right. Just like that? Just like that. Simple.
So chill right here. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Grandfathered After Show. I'm your host, Annika Michelle, and with my lovely co-host.
Hey, guys, what's going on? It's your boy, Nino.
And I'm Dan, so this is my first show with the Grandfathers. I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome, we're excited to have you. And on top of my lovely co-host, we have a very special guest here tonight. And if you guys watch the show, you know who this is. Mr. Ravi.
Hello, hello. What's up,
Hello,
man?
Ravi Patel. I love that song.
He did pick it. It was his request. But we're so excited you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
It was a good episode, like we said. It was called Dad Face, second episode of the season. I can't wait for more.
Yeah. Well, are these bumblebee butts?
They
Is
are.
that kind of the
Bumblebee butts. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. But
Yeah, they are. Because it's after Buzz.
It's all coming together.
See?
So I was actually right.
You were
about that.
right.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm just talking into a bumblebee.
You are.
I like how you're examining it.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second.
Yeah. Talking out of my ass into a bumblebee.
There you go. Oh my
about that?
gosh. And that was his own creativity right there.
Yeah.
He was just saying that you have the best one-liners in the show. And they have such funny one-liners in the show.
Yeah, it's so well written. The guys who write the show are so funny and creative. It's a good time.
Do you have any input into any of the lines or no?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's really well written, so it's not like they need me, but on the day when we're actually doing it, there's a little bit of improv, and we'll pitch some jokes and stuff on the side. It's getting looser and looser as we continue to shoot more episodes. We're in the middle of shooting episode, I want to say 9 or something.
Okay.
So maybe 8. So we're all starting to get more comfortable within the roles, and with that, a little more liberty within the scenes to have fun. It's just getting better and better. It's been great.
I love it. I love your character. You are like Jimmy's conscience. Once you talk,
which
he's
is
like,
bad news for his conscience.
Once you talk, he's just like, let me think about that one more time.
Because you say really smart things to him. You give him really good advice, and sometimes for your own good. Like in this episode, Jimmy wasn't going to go to the white party, so you're like, hey, let me go.
Yeah.
Why does this ticket have to go to waste?
I'm the dopey opportunist angel on his shoulder.
Yes, that's
Totally.
a good way to describe it.
So are you that smart in real life? Are you very similar to your character? Or are you kind of more of a bit of John Stamos' character? Or are you generally the voice of reason?
I can't say I definitely identify more with my guy than I do John Stamos.
John Stamos, yes.
How am I alike from that guy? I mean, like Stamos, I think if Stamos were my buddy, I would be trying to live vicariously through him.
I would too. I think I am right now.
Every man.
So my character on the show is divorced, so I'm engaged, so the opposite of that.
Right, in real life you're engaged, so congratulations.
Real life I'm engaged. And I guess I'm not as bad with women as my character in the show is, but I'm still pretty bad.
That's hilarious, man. I love it. I was actually low key waiting for like Diddy or Kate Upton to make an appearance because you guys mentioned it. And I was like, somebody's gonna come. No one came. I was a little sad.
I bet they tried. I'm sure they tried.
I'm sure they tried.
There's so many. There's a lot of celebrity cameos in the show, like every episode.
Especially that first one,
which is so cool.
It was crazy.
And Bob Saget's coming
all those
back.
Guys came last minute too.
Because who can we expect, like, celebrity-wise? Because I was hoping for Kate Upton, I was hoping for P. Diddy at the party, and I was disappointed because I had no Kate Upton and no P. Diddy. So who can I expect to rectify that situation?
Well, just did a table read with Saget. He's so funny.
He's coming back as like Jimmy's best friend, like bad conscious best friend.
Yeah, right now, we're shooting an episode right now with Lindsay Fonseca and Noreen DeWolf.
Okay.
And then we did, let's see, who am I? Richie Sambora and Chris Angel.
Wow, okay.
And, God, there's been a lot of famous people, and I can't think of one of them right now.
Oh, that's awesome. You have a good list of people.
And a lot of just, like, really good actors. And, man, it's been fun.
And it seems like you guys all get along on set, and like, everyone's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's just like really good people, and
everyone's super nice. Always says hi.
Yeah, everyone's
so
super
down to
nice.
earth, so nice. It's so crazy.
It's really, the whole thing's got a good energy. I'm sure everyone,
you can tell it through the camera though. Yeah.
No, you definitely can.
So far, so good.
Season 3.
I'm kind of annoyed though because I was hoping you were going to come in and you're going to give us the dirt, like let us know that you and John are in a massive fight. Like I was hoping for the drama. Obviously, with lots of talent, there's always a bit of egos going. But I've got to say, boring. You guys are nice people. You just,
I know. There's no good gossip yet, but I think the gossip will happen down the road. I just don't think it's happened yet.
It's still new.
Everyone's still so nice, and it's new, and
it's that stage where everyone's super cordial in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then true colors will come out. No, I'm just playing.
It's like real world. People don't get real till they start.
Till like a few weeks in.
Comfortable enough to
That's
be.
hilarious.
Well, as soon as you get a diva moment, let us know because we'll have you on and you can spill the dirt.
Oh my gosh.
But we just want to talk quickly about Meet the Patels because you have just, after 6 years, starting your own documentary about finding love. So tell us a little bit about that because it's now in theaters.
Yeah, we've been in theaters for 4 weeks running right now. We're the #1 film in art house theaters for the entire time, which has been incredible.
#1. That is
#1.
That's crazy. That's
and we've
insane.
done it without really like a marketing budget, mostly just word of mouth, and we've gotten incredible reviews. Like Vanity Fair wrote a piece, and NPR has done like 4 pieces, and so the word of mouth has been incredible. But yeah, it took place about 6 years ago. We spent 6 years making it.
Wow.
And it's about the time of my life when I had a white girlfriend that I hid from my parents. And then we set up, I broke up with her and went on our annual family trip to India, which is where the movie starts. And next thing you know, I've agreed to let my parents set me up with other girls with the same last name as me, which is Patel. And they did it using these things called biodatas, which are matrimonial resumes that the Patel parents pass around amongst each other. So I'm flying around the country going on these blind dates with Patel girls. Then I'm also going to Patel matrimonial conventions. Went to Indian wedding season. And everyone's calling it a real life My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's a funny movie.
It's really funny. And if you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to because we've all watched it here, obviously, before he came on. But I was entertained, and like I feel like a lot of people can relate to it because it doesn't matter what culture or ethnicity you are. I feel like every parent's like, when are you going to get married? When's the wedding? And then when you get married, it's like, when are you having a baby? When are you having another baby? It's like, oh my gosh, 5 million questions galore. Hold on a second, But I think everyone can relate to it. It's super funny. His parents are like the cutest thing ever.
They're so cute.
They're so fun. They're so awesome.
They're so
awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're loving the attention that they're getting now.
Oh, it's too much. They're becoming famous. It's pretty crazy. Like it's really adorable, but they're totally entouraging right now.
I love it. As they should, man. As they should.
Yeah.
They're living it up.
They probably test higher than you because I am in love with, especially your mum.
Not even close. I'm sure they crush it.
And just quickly, I've got to say that I'm kind of jealous that I'm not Indian. It's like real life Tinder. Your parents set you up.
Real life Tinder.
You got your
Tinder
bios
with your
out.
parents.
I know, it's amazing. So how does the resume thing work? So they literally write you a resume, correct?
Yeah. It's like a match. So it's like a job resume, but then it's also got like what village your parents are from, what horoscope stuff, height, weight, hobbies, all that stuff.
Oh my
God. The parents kind of pass it around. They're like, these two might be good together, and then they introduce them. And then after that, it's a lot like normal dating, but the parents are around the whole time agenting it.
It's just so dope that it was documented, and you showed it, in a funny way. You know what I mean? Where
it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. Where it wasn't, it wasn't like a Discovery Channel, documentary.
Right.
Well, it is funny, and they're funny people, and as you can tell, my parents are just hilarious. So.
Yeah,
that's where you get it
and
from.
The way my family deals with things through comedy, in a sense. So, it was really important to us as filmmakers to have comedy be a big piece of it.
And your sister was the camera woman, correct?
She held the camera, yeah.
Yeah.
We directed the film together, but yeah, she held the camera, and as you noticed through the course of the film,
right? You can
we
hear her
found out
talking,
over time, that her story was compelling in its own way, and I think,
right,
kind of, almost ironically grew her presence, even though you don't see her as much.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed having you both in there. And I think I like the brother-sister dynamic because she understands your parents. No one understands your parents like your other sibling because they've lived with them. They've grown up. They've done the same things, you know, so they get it. And I that was really cool. And you guys need to go watch it. This film was seriously... and you guys have won a lot of awards.
Yeah. No,
it's insane. Crazy. Like, you guys have gotten such a big...
Out of nowhere, too. Yeah. Like, we didn't get into any major festivals for 2 years.
Wow.
And then... we got into this festival called Hot Docs, which is a documentary festival in Toronto. And we had to like beg our way into there. We weren't in competition or anything like that. And we sold out every screening, 550 people.
Wow.
550 people, then 750 people. They added one to 750 people.
Yeah.
Lines around the building. We took home an audience award there.
That's crazy.
Then the same thing just kept on happening over and over again. We sold out every screening during our festival run.
Yeah.
Won a ton of awards, all audience awards for the most part.
Yeah.
And we found little people along the way who, you know, just believed in us and helped get us to this place. I mean, the fact that we're in theaters is crazy. And the fact that we're, you know, I think we broke $1 million at the box office.
Wow, that's huge.
For a movie that, you know, we started in 5 screens 4 weeks ago. We're going to be in, I want to say 89 this weekend.
Wow, congratulations. That is huge.
That's amazing.
You need to film a follow-up of like your parents going back to their village as these like new fame stars who are making Hollywood and like you know all of that. Amazing.
If I had it in me to ever make a documentary again, maybe, but man, it is so much.
Did you say that was 6 years to do this?
It took 6 years to make.
That is insane. Wow.
Yeah. It was like film school for me because I didn't know how to edit or I never made a movie before. So I read every book, and we, you know, Geetha and I made, you know, we did so many cuts of this movie and learned how to edit, all that kind of stuff.
Well, for your first movie, dude,
that's huge.
That's amazing.
That's huge. No, seriously, you guys, everybody, where can they find out where it's playing?
So you want to go to the website, which is meetthepatelsfilm.com.
Okay.
meetthepatelsfilm.com. We're also, I think, at Meet the Patels or at Meet the Patels Film. And then I'm on all platforms at Show Me the Ravi, and you can find, you know, that information on my bios at Show Me the RAVI.
Okay, awesome. And you guys need to go. Please tweet us if you go. Let us know what you think. He wants to know. I want to know because I've watched it. Right. We're not going to ruin the ending for you, but it's an awesome film. You guys need to go see it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I don't think anyone has traveled the world in search of the one as much as you. But you know what? It's part of the movie, and it's you know. That's all I'm saying. So there we go. Go watch the movie to find out what happens.
Hey, did we already answer the questions?
No, we didn't. Let's go to the fan questions.
Does that happen?
Let's go.
No, I'm just excited.
Let's go. I wonder what they're asking. Yeah.
So one of them actually is segueing back to Grandfathered this week because you were awesome in Grandfathered because as we know, there was the white party going on. And I felt so cool. Yeah, you were like partying it up there. You know, Jimmy. I always want to call him John, like we're BFFs.
I'm still trying to remember all the character names.
Exactly. And Jimmy, you know, is with his family, blah blah. So you and Annalise decide to go to this white party because you're like, why waste these 2 tickets? Let's go party together. We got this. And you guys go and you're dancing away. So a fan actually with it. Okay, so the Twitter name is @FNeil. But then the real name, do you know this person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
what is the question?
We have to answer. This is the one we had to.
Okay, so.
Hey guys, saw the episode, loved it. Can you ask Ravi where he learned to dance like that?
Where did you learn? Did he teach you? Is this your dance teacher?
Well, he actually, I will say, @FNeil Shah is an excellent dancer.
Okay.
An excellent. He's Indian as well, and I think one of our bonds was that we went to a party together, and we realized like, oh, we're the 2 Indians in town that really know how to move.
That can dance.
Yeah, in a room full of non-Indians.
Right.
Like,
you did choose Usher for this beginning song. So shout out to you.
You knew what's up.
I gotta say, I worry if my dancing is still with me because I don't practice it like I used to. You know, I wonder if maybe I'm becoming too adult.
I feel like you can't lose it though.
Well, I obviously feel the same way, but
rhythm. Yeah. You're always gonna have rhythm.
You got it though.
Yeah.
Definitely used to crush it on the dance floor.
And you see some of that in the film too. And also in Grandfather, we got to see that in the white party. You were partying it up with those girls. And Annalise, you guys were living in that moment.
I was telling Neil that those dance moves, I've basically become the Indian Rob Schneider.
Oh
and I mean that not as a compliment to myself.
But you're good, honestly. Like, did you ever take dance or anything, or no? No, it just kind of came to you.
He learned from the club and from the streets.
But like in Indian culture, you guys dance.
There is a lot of dancing in Indian culture.
So.
You're right. Yeah. I also just think I spent a lot of years not, being incapable of attaining women, and so that probably motivated me to really improve my dance game.
Yeah.
And I totally love on the show when someone's this really hot girl comes up to you and she's like, "Oh, hey, are you this person?" And it's totally not you, but you're just like, "Yes, I am. If I can get with you."
Right.
Have you ever done that in your life? Have you ever pretended to be someone else so you could get with a girl, or kind of made up a story?
I'm doing that right now.
I know. You're moving a little bit closer to our co-host. Like, I can see you working. We're on to you. Yeah.
No, not. I don't think I've ever actually pretended I was someone. I mean, we all put on our faces, obviously.
Of course.
Absolutely, yes.
But other than that, no, I don't think I've ever said I had a different name. Well, maybe I have actually.
Or like you
I feel
had a
like I
different
probably
occupation
have
or something.
actually. I'm certain I have. I can't remember.
I feel like we've all had moments like that.
Yeah.
We're just like, let's just go with it and see
Right.
what happens.
That's like, I was in Vietnam one time because I was volunteering in a village, and they thought I don't look anything like him. They thought I was Robert Pattinson.
That's funny.
And I don't look anything like him, don't act anything like him.
Yeah.
But I thought, you know what, I'm going to own this moment. So in the little village, I was signing autographs, taking selfies with everyone. And it was like the most amazing. And actually, one of my good friends, he's Indian, and he volunteered in the village with me. Mm-hmm. And they thought he was Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Because they've never
What village is this?
Where
this is in very, very small Vietnamese village in the middle of Vietnam, but they thought that Michael Jackson still looked like Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5.
Right.
Oh
And because they've never seen someone with darker skin before, they dead set thought that because he was Indian that he was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a racist Vietnamese.
I know. Yeah. Just don't go to a Vietnamese village, God.
That's hilarious.
So they thought the headlines there in the Village Voice News or whatever it was
Robert Pattinson and Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5 are in our village.
Right, in 2011.
There you go.
Right.
So we can have a quick Google of it afterwards.
Was MJ
No.
Did MJ pass yet?
Yes, I think he did.
Right?
2011,
It's a huge. I hope that made the front page. I mean, that's a big story.
Yeah.
I know.
This had to be a remote village, right? Because Vietnam's not.
I think there was about 40 people that live in the village, but all 40 came out, so it felt like it was my Hollywood moment, guys. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're giving it to you.
It was the only fame I could get, so I was like, just give it to me, give it to me.
That's hilarious.
That's too funny.
That.
Well, you have super long hours at Grandfathered. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys shoot
It's not as bad as you would think, though.
Really? I feel like you guys are there before us and leave after us.
Well, that's probably true, but I mean,
it's like 12-hour days.
Worst. Yeah, it's like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And my job is the best. Like I don't even have to work a ton.
Right.
I've got the best gig.
Yours is the funnest. Can I just tell you?
I come in, I say something funny, and then I go home.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's the best thing. Can I just tell you something? So I interviewed your cast a few weeks ago. You weren't there, and I was super bummed about it. But I interviewed John, Paget, Josh, Christina, and Kelly. And then I asked them all, who's your favorite person to shoot with? And I have to say, I'm going to ask you the same question, and then I'll tell you what some of their answers were, because I think you might be surprised.
Did you interview all 4 of them at one time?
No, it was John and Paget together, Josh by himself, and Christina and Kelly together.
Interesting.
So, first, who's your favorite person to shoot scenes with?
Who's my favorite person to shoot scenes with? God, it changes so frequently. I think right now it's probably Kelly.
Okay.
Because Kelly and I are paired up a lot.
Right.
We have a ton of scenes together, and through time I've just come to really respect her a lot. I mean, she's one of those people you can tell right away is very talented.
Yes.
But as a person, I really admire her, and I don't want to say I'm a train wreck, but I can, I'm definitely an insecure actor. I'm always wondering how my takes are. I'm always trying a million different things. And I'm like, how's that? Is that good? What about this? What about that? And she's just very nurturing and kind, and I think she gets how much that matters in how much environment can create a performance, and she understands the concept of energy, and I think she's just a good person. So she's probably my favorite person right now, but I really like everyone. The only person I haven't really spent much time with is Christina.
Yeah.
By the way, I still see her all the time, But we haven't done like scenes together, so we haven't like bonded.
Right. Yeah, well, can I tell you what some of their answers were?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say, okay, so I asked this question, like I said, to them, and I said, who's your favorite person to shoot scenes with? And Josh, who was getting interviewed by himself, so he didn't have to say the other person's name who he's with, because the rest of kind of like, oh, you, because, we're doing this interview together. Yeah. Well, Josh was by himself, and he was like, he went down the list, and which I thought was kind of cool, because he said why he liked shooting with everyone.
Oh, I wish I'd done that in retrospect.
So he... For you, he said that you're actually his favorite character and you're really funny and that he enjoys shooting with you a lot because he's like, I just think it's such a cool character and he's such a cool guy and I just love shooting scenes with him. So I just thought I'd pass the compliment on from your co-star.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he's so cool. He's such a nice guy. I mean, everybody, I'm telling you, everyone I run into, you guys are all so nice. Like, even your crafty guy, like, everybody is so nice on that set. I swear to you.
You got kind-ass crafty.
You do. You do.
Yeah, kind.
It's crazy.
Can we go and talk about Vanessa's character really quick?
Yes.
Because the beginning, that pilot episode, I didn't really see her being as ditzy. I don't know if that's the best way to say it, as she is in this episode 2, which is hilarious because I didn't realize she was gonna come off like that or whatnot. But knowing, like, having seen Christina and knowing her music or whatnot, I know she's not like that in real life or whatnot. But I didn't.
Oh, is she? Is she ditzy in real life?
She's not.
We don't know.
She's not. I don't think she is. I've met her a couple times. I don't think she is. And shout out to you, Christina.
She's not ditzy. No.
No, but I mean, it's just it's interesting because I never thought she would play a character like that. I've never seen her in a role like that before.
Well, while she may not be ditzy, I think she does know that world fairly well.
The selfie queen world?
Just like, I mean, she's like a pop star, right?
She is,
she's an actress. And
oh, yeah, she's good on Instagram.
She knows the hip-hop world. She knows the Instagram thing.
Yeah.
She knows she's hot, and I don't mean that in like an arrogant way. I mean like.
Well, she is. You just got to own her. But I did kind of like because when she was talking to Sarah, Sarah was kind of judging her when she was taking selfies on the beach and saying, "I'm going to be a beauty blogger. I'm going to do makeup." And Sarah kind of rolled her eyes. But then in the end, she was actually she was teaching Sarah that no, this is like a digital age, and I can actually make a lot of money out of doing YouTube makeup tutorials, and I can then work around my schedule and be the best mum I can be. So I was like, see, never judge a book by its cover, people. Christina's actually a smart girl. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I like this episode because it kind of showed you guys all in different, Jimmy doesn't want to leave the models to go to the beach to spend family day. And I have to say, shout out to Gerald and his speech because he put Jimmy in his place at that white party saying, I wear this hat because Edie likes to build sandcastles and it takes her a long time, but I don't want to, I was like, damn, okay, Gerald. You told him? This guy hasn't been a dad or a grandpa for what? Like, I don't know what the progression is from episode 1 to 2, but I'm guessing like a week. If that,
Yeah, like how much time is left?
Yeah, past from episode 1 to 2. I'm because they're still kind of getting to know each other,
He said the other week I heard when he was like, it was nice to see you and talk with you the other week. So I think it's only been just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and he's like, I haven't seen you off of work. I want to hang out with you off work, Like
the biggest plus that Jimmy's got from this so far is using Edie as bait.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, it was like a couple miles and I got her there right in time. And thank God we got there because, if we didn't, I don't even want to talk about it.
Guys know what they're doing.
You play that role really well. Go ahead.
Guys know what they're doing. By the way, we got another fan question. Are you ready for this? Yeah. This is from, I don't know if you know this.
Neil again.
Oh, okay. Well, this person is Vern's Views. Do you know them? Mm-mm. Okay. So Vern's Views wants to know, what is your real cooking skills like?
Thanks for asking, Vern. My cooking skills are almost entirely extinct.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I'm like a dude on a sitcom. Like the minute I met my girl, I stopped cooking.
Yeah.
So it was alive at one point though.
Oh yeah. I was thriving at one point. But these last few years I get a little busy with work and then I think I lost it, in the last like 3 to 4 years it really went away because there was a period of time where I was like intensely single and going out all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. And then also just been busy with work. I started a company. I've got this acting thing. I've been making this documentary and then just not really investing time in cooking. Though I love it. I actually do love cooking.
What's your favorite dish that you can make?
Nothing anymore, but at some point, what can I say? I still make brunch all the time.
Okay,
right? On weekends,
brunch is good.
I'll have people over and make brunch. So I can make most things. In that sense, last time I made like a big dinner was probably like 3-4 years ago, and that was
wow.
a big Indian dinner I made.
I love it. And is your girl a cook?
And I created something called chicken tikka ma pizza.
Oh, what's
one more time.
that?
Say that one more time.
Chicken tikka ma pizza.
Getcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like chicken tikka, but on the pizza.
That's right. Yeah, you put it together.
It sounds awesome.
And going back to that monumental moment where John's son was kind of giving him that big speech about life and stuff, and it was kind of reflective of your own documentary, because at a certain time in your life, your children can actually teach the parents. And obviously through your documentary, you were kind of teaching your parents and saying, do you know what, there are different ways to date, and you don't have to generally follow the traditional route or what you've been expected to learn and taught in life.
That was a good one, huh?
That was a good one. There you go.
I know, yeah. Very philosophical. I know. As Oprah would say, do we just have an aha moment? I just felt it. Yeah, I just felt it. Yes. Amazing, yeah.
It was so good.
She does the whole, I've got goosebumps. Chills.
No, that's definitely the case. I mean, I think my parents, I mean, look, let me put it this way. They, just even in a career sense, when my sister and I decided to get in entertainment, they were scared. And certainly, I mean, they were tentative. And
because they're from this small village, correct? And you're like, I'm going to be an actor in Hollywood, and I'm going to be famous. It's like crazy town to them,
Exactly, and they want us to do like the traditional kind of safer jobs.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the dream, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now Dad just finished writing a screenplay.
Oh my gosh. You have to tell me when that comes out, please.
It's actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it like based on your family? They're very entertaining, I have to tell you.
It's based on every story I've ever told him.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for this. Are you going to be in it too? Reenacting the stories?
Well, he wrote it for me. I mean, it's all based on every story I've ever written. He wants us to,
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Your dad's like fully in it now.
Yeah.
He's gotten a taste and he's like, I'm all in.
We'll make a movie for him one day.
Oh my gosh. His dream will come true. That's so cool. I love it.
Like I said, like I told you this off screen, but it connects so well to so many people, and especially to me, just seeing that and just speaking about your culture and kind of the things you go through, especially entertainment as well too, coming from an Asian American background and trying to make it in Hollywood or trying to make it in entertainment in general. It's just hard already, but then to have your parents like also be scared for you even more than you are scared for yourself. Is so much pressure, on the back of you, but having to see a story that's come out a great way and seeing you on top of it and, you actually making it happen, I'm pretty sure speaks so much for so many people who are in your shoes trying to do the same thing.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that.
No worries, for
sure.
sure.
It's been the most fulfilling part of releasing the film is just, I received hundreds of emails every weekend.
Yeah.
Of people saying things like that and how it's affected them, and obviously it's really, it's a good feeling to know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good feeling, one, just to make something that you spend so much time on something and that people actually say they like it. That's cool. But then obviously it's even better when they're like, oh, this this made me think, or this affected my life in this positive way. It's cool.
Oprah would be so proud right now. Oprah's probably watching. She's probably she's like, you've all got your show on OWN. You're coming to my network. Like, we are really getting philosophical.
How proud would we be if Oprah were watching?
I mean, you never know. She might be Santa Barbara watching us right now.
Oprah, we got him first.
We're already on that nickname.
What up, Oprah?
Oh my gosh. Well, can you tell us any, we usually do a news and gossip segment on this show, and I usually find news and gossip online and stuff. But I thought this week it'd be more fun if you told us news and gossip, behind the scenes. It doesn't
from Grandfathered?
Of course, from Grand. Yeah.
I would almost say, why don't you bring up some news and gossip if you guys know any? Because I sure as hell don't.
How do you not? You're with these people all day.
I don't think I have news and gossip. And even if it were gossip, I wouldn't know it's gossip because I'm in it.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. But no, you guys are I've tried to look for news and gossip on Grandfathered, and it's all pretty generic and all pretty. Everyone's in that stage right now where everyone's pretty nice to each other.
Well, I don't mean.
And hopefully, they're going to stay like that. I'm pretty sure they're going to stay like that. But
everyone's super nice. I don't know. A couple of guys in the kitchen are actual chefs at nice restaurants.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't
any insider info, yeah.
Huh?
No, any insider. It doesn't have to be dirty,
insider info.
anything.
Oh, you know what she got me with last week? I was like, I really want Jimmy's condo. I want to be in that condo. She's like, that's a stage.
That's a stage.
And I'm like, I thought that
It
was
looks amazing.
Because
it looks nice. It's a very nice.
crazy.
It looked like, I mean, it looked like one of the LA condos that that we see all the time when we drive by the 110. I'm just like, which one is that one? Because that's the goal right there.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's a stage. I'm like, okay, never mind.
That's probably not the goal if it is a stage. I don't want to be sleeping.
I mean, I'll sleep in that stage.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
house
like
is amazing.
The kitchen we're in is a stage, right? And so that freezer door that guy always goes in and out of, if you open the freezer door, you're just out.
Oh, that's
in the
funny.
stage.
There you go.
There's craft services right there.
Jimmy's looks like the Hell's Kitchen. It like when I look at it, I can just imagine. Yeah,
it's based. I think it's modeled after this restaurant called Craig's.
Oh, Craig's.
Aren't we obsessed with Craig? If you want to see a celebrity, and if you come to LA, guys, you go to Craig's LA. You've got to book a month in advance, but you will see a celebrity.
I think Stamos wanted it to be modeled after Craig's.
That makes sense.
Yeah, remind me of that because Craig comes to the table and all of that. Have you eaten at Craig's LA?
I have not. I think I'm the only. Oh wait, no, I have. I've been there for breakfast. I think. Do they have breakfast there?
I think they do, but
they have it all. Yeah.
Or brunch or something like that. Yeah, and the original in the pilot we shot it at an actual restaurant that had been closing on Melrose, and then when we now for the series it's on stage at CBS.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's so cool. It looks so cool.
So as a guy that can't cook, do you kind of do what a lot of actors do when you steal the food that they give you for lunch?
On craft services.
At craft services. So do you just stock it up, put it in your bag, and then you think dinner's done, I never have to cook again?
No, my mom
Take it
does
home.
that for sure. No, I don't do that. We don't get, I mean...
Does anyone on set do that? Are you like, you're a cheapskate? Look at you stealing craft services.
I bet there are people, but all the food is like there's not like super healthy.
It's never healthy food.
So I try to like...
Craft services is the worst table to be in if you're on a diet.
It's torture. Yeah, Temptation Island.
Yeah. I got to keep up this hot actress body of mine.
There you go.
Have your parents visited you on Grandfathered?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They must have loved that.
They love it.
Oh my gosh.
They love it. They love visiting.
They're like, when is Ara gonna have a stage like this? That's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you don't do that many scenes with Edie, do you? Because she's usually like, you're usually telling Jimmy, go do that.
I think I've only done a couple with her.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
They are so cute. They're multiple, but they're adorable.
I've got to say, I find her annoying.
Really?
I was with Jo, especially on the first episode.
Diva.
She does not stop crying. I was like, I'm team. I don't want any kid. Like I was like, oh, cute. John's gonna learn how to really father, a son, and then be a grandfather. I was like, this kid just does not shut up. Like there's crying, and then there's crying. Like this kid just does not stop. What's your thought on kids working on the show? Do you is that something you want in the future, or are you kind of like somewhere in between?
I don't think I have kids. I feel like it would have been brought. Yeah, I don't have kids because it would have been brought up.
Yeah.
But originally in the pilot, my character was supposed to be Stamos' age, and had 4 kids.
Oh wow, okay.
And then when I got cast, they decided to make him younger and.
For a second, I thought we were talking about your real life when you're like, from what I know, I don't have any kids. And I'm like, oh, that's good. You segue into like, for my character. I was like, okay, never mind. Let me backtrack on that really quick.
Funny. Yeah.
I love when John was like going to go sleep with that young girl, and then he like got concerned that he's like maybe slept with his mum before, and it could be his kid
What's
as
your
well.
mother's name?
I was like,
That's such a great
no.
scene. The opening scene of the.
Yes.
It's so funny, right?
Yeah.
With the model. He's like, wait a second, maybe
He's
we
like a
should
bartender.
do this.
Where?
Yeah.
What's
How
her
many
name
years
again?
ago?
That's not even going to work. I don't even know. Picture now,
Yeah.
that's not even going to work either.
It's crazy. No, we really, really enjoy the show, and I know the fans do because you guys were topped on all the Fox sitcom shows yesterday. You guys were the top one that rated.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? How so? Who rated us?
So, like, as far as viewership.
You said we were top. Oh, we were. Oh,
with the
okay.
rating. So it was like you, the Grinder, and Scream Queens. You guys topped.
Oh, okay. We were number one.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And you guys are number one to us, obviously.
Yeah.
You only seem to do number one, the number one documentary, the number one to us at AfterBuzz, now the number one show. Like,
that's my
So
style.
you're in a good role right now.
Yeah, I'm in a great place. Things are good. It's crazy. Yeah.
And just
keep fingers
quickly,
crossed.
with all the characters, I was wondering, everyone's single. So when are we going to see characters getting in relationships in the series? Because I thought
That's a good question. We
there's
talked about that earlier,
way that all of these characters can just be single the whole time. Do you have a bit of love interest coming up in the show, or can you tell us something about that?
Because in the show you're married, right?
He's
or divorced?
divorced.
I'm
You're
divorced,
divorced.
yes.
Okay.
And looking at the
Not
video
that I
part.
know of yet. I don't know. I mean, it looks like John and Paget's characters are something's happening there. A rekindling that we find out that she's sushi.
Right. Ooh. Well, we found that in the pilot.
In the pilot, yeah, we found out that she's the one who got away.
I can't wait for that backstory to just
I think we're going to see a lot happening there.
Because I noticed at the end, because when they're at the beach and they're all having the family moment in the water, she was getting a bit touchy-feely. She was like kind of touching him around his waist, and I thought, oh girl, she wants it on with him. You can tell for sure.
The relationship that I'm most intrigued by is Christina and Josh's.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on.
I still don't understand how
they slept together.
Yeah, how did that happen in the first place, and then how did they handle like the whole part between like them meeting and then sleeping together and then having a kid together and then deciding to be like
friends
where she's openly just like
because they went
going out there.
They gotta co-parent.
Yeah, but like just the way the casual, it's just like that to me is like a whole thing that I think they could spend a lot of time.
I think that's why. I think that's what Grandfathered is so interesting, because there's so many different story plots and storylines that they can go into, and it can go on and on and on, which is great. But 30 minutes, I'm used to hour-long shows, and now we have 30 minutes. I'm like, it's done.
We were talking about that. We're like, we want it longer. Why can't it be an hour? We want more.
You don't watch comedies usually?
What's up?
You don't watch half-hour comedies usually?
But this just seemed even faster. I feel like it was like I just turned it on and it was funny, and I'm like, I want more.
Oh, that's great.
Like we want more is what we're saying.
That's good. We leave on top.
Yeah, that's good because you don't want to be like, oh, thank God that's over.
Right,
because ADD me after about 30 minutes, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm done.
What was like 30 Rock? Wasn't that an hour?
That's a half hour.
That's a half hour.
Okay, that felt like an hour at times.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, 30 Rock. It felt like an hour at times, but you know what I mean. But like it just went so fast. Maybe I just liked it that much.
Yeah.
And I just want to see more, and I think that's why the viewers are intrigued, because they just want to see more and more what's happening and what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I mean?
It's awesome. We're all so excited. Thank you guys for watching. Keep watching Grandfathered for sure. But we'll go in a circle. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We can tell you're more than welcome to come back. Please, we shoot this every week. We would love to have you back. Your co-stars are all coming in. Tag team on one of theirs.
Yeah, sure.
You guys can come in together.
When are the other guys coming in?
I don't know. It's when
I
gotta figure it out. Come on, tell them you had so much fun.
Get them here.
Tell them they gotta come in, man. This is a blast, right?
We got a couch. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at that. We got room. We got room.
Amazing.
Yeah. But we can start with you.
So I'm obviously Dan, and you can find me on Instagram at Dan Babic. That's DanBabic, and then my Twitter is at DanBabic_. So please add me and follow me, and we can talk all things grandfather.
And guys, once again, it's your boy Nino, and you can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hey, I'm Ravi Patel from Grandfather to Meet the Patels. Twitter, Instagram handles are at ShowMeTheRavi.
And then tell them one more time where they can find your film.
MeetThePatelsFilm.com.
There you go. Go watch it for sure. And I'm your host, Annika Michelle, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Annika Michelle1 and my website, AnnikaMichelle.com. Thanks for joining us, guys. Tune in next week.
Bye, AfterBuzzers.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.